Been asking people online tonight about their favourite boxing movie. Smoggy on 718 on East Side Boxing says The Hurricane with Denzel Washington. That was a quality boxing film. Smoggy it was, but I met Denzel Washington at a Mike Tyson fight. Talk about up his own backside. Unbelievable. He was painful to be around. He actually said to me, I don't do interviews, I'm an actor. He said actor. Denzel Washington said actor. Yeah, but the film itself was quite cool. And the reason why I'm asking people about films is quite simple. We're going to talk about one now. He was the fighter. Nobody can deny that. His career on both sides of the ropes was often better than fiction. It was indeed. Savage fights, bittersweet twists, enormous highs and shattering lows. He retired in 2003, and then the legend started. A book and then a film. It's called The Fighter. It won 2 Golden Globes and has been nominated for no less than 7 Oscars. His name is Micky Ward. He had 51 fights in total and won 38, but the statistics fail to capture what happened when Ward went to fight, when Ward went to war. Many of his fights were unforgettable, and his trio at the end of his boxing career with the tragic Arturo Gatti has entered boxing folklore. There was not one tacky bauble from a world championship on the line when Ward met Gatti. It was for, as Michael Buffer said, the undisputed blood and guts world title. It really did say that, and it really was for that. They were great nights. Well, I caught up with Micky Ward an hour ago, and I started by asking him what it was like watching a man playing Micky Ward on the big screen.
I was happy with it. It was different watching your life up in front of you, but I was happy with it. I was pleased.
Now, how involved were you, Micky, day to day with the making of the movie?
I was involved in a lot of in the boxing scenes, because they wanted to be as real as possible, So I was there a lot for that. But once I was there almost every day. But once they shoot the street scenes and all the other stuff like the acting stuff, I really don't. I was there, but I don't have much input on that. But the boxing stuff I did.
Okay. Now, Micky, it's a very emotional film. It's a very raw film, both for you and your brother, but also the rest of your family. How have they reacted to it? How's your mother reacted to it, and your sisters and your brother?
Yeah, well, they some of them I liked it a lot. Some of them they were like they had their own opinion. They didn't like it all that much. And some did. I mean, the girls. But my brother, my brother likes it a lot now. At first he wasn't sure. He was kind of hesitant about it. But when he seen it the second and third time, he liked it a lot. So he's liking it now. But some of the family members have mixed emotions.
Yeah, I would imagine some of them do, especially your mother, because it's as I say, it's a raw portrayal. This is an honest film. This is not Rocky. This is genuine. I think that your brother comes out of it unbelievably well because he'd come through so much. And I also thought that Christian Bale, the actor who portrayed your brother Dickie, was sensational.
Yeah, he did great. I mean, he did excellent. Yeah, he came through great. That's what it's all about right now. Is getting normal and staying normal. But he just did a great job playing him.
Micky, let me ask you about that fight you had with Shane Neary. I was at that fight, and I was at a couple of the Arturo Gatti fights. What do you remember about?
Yeah, and I didn't go down. I didn't go down in that fight.
No, exactly. Listen, we saw that. I couldn't understand that. Why was it, Micky? And I'll ask you this question: why was it that so many facts were absolutely spot on, and then some obvious facts were so wrong? I was surprised by that.
Probably, right? I don't understand. But I don't know. But probably make it more dramatic, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose if you go on the floor early, it makes it more dramatic. But they got your weight wrong in that fight. I mean, I don't want to sound picky because it was I enjoyed the film immensely. That just didn't make sense to get so much right and then just get simple things wrong. Micky, let me ask you this.
It must be a U.S. thing.
Hey, listen, well, we get things wrong as well, Micky. Don't worry. Let me ask you about.
No, I'm just kidding.
Let me ask you about the Shane Neary fight. What do you remember about Shane Neary boxing him here in London?
He was a tough guy. He was all business. He was very physically strong. He was a strong guy. He was in good shape. He really wanted. He was a tough guy. He wanted to win, and I think he tried to think that he could break me, and my mind is too strong. I respect him so much. You know, he's a great fighter, great person. I don't mean no disrespect, but I really just believe in my heart that that was my night, and I wasn't going to be denied that night.
It certainly was. Micky, I know a lot of people I've spoken to here are surprised that you've not included the final 3 fights of your career. That fantastic trio against the man who you came to love like a brother, Arturo Gatti. Did it surprise you that there was no room in a movie about the fighter, called The Fighter, about you for Gatti's?
Right.
Were you surprised?
Yeah, well, I was at first, but then I realized that the movie's boxing's a backdrop of the movie. You know, the movie's more about family dynamic, 2 brothers trying to reach one goal, you know, and all the craziness with the family. So it's more of a family boxing, like / boxing movie. It's just not like a total boxing movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's
absolutely.
Family and stuff.
It's not strictly. It's not only a boxing movie, and that's what I'm trying to get across to my listeners here. That if you're a boxing fan, you'll like this, but trust me, you don't. And I keep telling my listeners this: you don't have to like boxing. This is a great film, and it just happens to be, as you say, a backdrop of boxing.
Right, exactly. It's for women, for younger, for girls who are women, you know, families. It's not just for like a boxing fan. So it's out there for like all ages and different sexes.
Yeah, it certainly is for all ages, all different sexes. But let me ask you this, Micky. Your family now, everyone's doing okay. Your mum's okay, your sister okay, your brother's okay, he's all clean. You know, the Ward clan are doing well in Lowell, are they?
Yeah, it's okay. You know, hanging in there. My mother's really sick right now. She's been really, really sick bad. You know, so the prayers are with her right now. She wasn't doing too well. A few weeks ago, we had lost her for like a half hour, and they brought her back, and she's recovering right now. But she's got a long road ahead of her. But she's a fighter, not me. She's
got a lot of people by her side. And Micky, let me ask you this one final question: do you still take an interest in boxing? You're working with any fighters? You go to fights? You get invited to things?
Oh yeah, I still do. I was never even a huge boxing. I don't watch every fight, but I'm involved in it. I have a boxing gym. I train amateur fighters, pro fighters, you know, so I'm still involved in it a lot. I still, like, train myself. I don't box or nothing. I don't get hit no more, but I'm running and all that stuff. I'm still involved in that, training.
And just one final question. Any more movies? Micky Ward going to be involved in any more films in the future?
I don't think so.
Not planning
unless you want to get one going.
Not planning on going to Hollywood, Micky?
Nah, I'm staying right here at home.
Micky Ward, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you this afternoon. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
That was Micky Ward talking to me a bit earlier on. His mother is still alive, but she did take a very bad turn. Micky talked about it there, and 1 or 2 people on the websites have posted information about that. Please continue to do that, or you can email me here, steve.bunce@bbc.co.uk with your favourite or your worst boxing film. The Fighter is fantastic. There's some brilliant scenes in it. Some of the behind the scenes stuff at fights and after fights and the build up to fights is brilliant. And as Micky says, a boxing story which also examines the unique fighting dynamic. It's brilliant. It's really entertaining. Sure, it makes a few mistakes, and 1 or 2 of the boxing scenes are a little bit too Rocky-ish for my liking. But I took a guy from here, one of the reporters here, a guy called Andy Rowley, does the rugby show, and Andy was on the edge of his seat throwing punches. He loved it. And if it does that to a guy that knows a bit about sport, if you just like movies, you'll get dragged into this, sucked into this, and you will enjoy it immensely. It opens on the 2nd of February. It's called The Fighter. 2 Golden Globes in the bag, 7 Oscars nominations. It's well worth it. The backstory is one of the finest films I've ever seen on the world of boxing. It's truly good. Now,